Well, John, edging towards the end of the transfer window now, how's the state of play looking ahead of Burnley at home at the weekend?
Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape in terms of where we are with the incomings. Hopefully close on a couple. Whether they're done before the weekend or not, I don't know. But certainly, we're really positive on where we are. Looking to conclude a couple of deals to make us stronger.
With Hayden Matthews making his debut last night, Conor Shaughnessy coming off the bench, you've had so many different centre-back pairings this season. How good will it be to get a bit of stability back in that area?
I think stability in competition. Competition's the most important thing. We've tried many different pairings this year, and a couple of times we've had players that have gone in there that aren't naturally centre backs, Jordan Williams and Marlon as an example. And I think anybody that's gone in there, for example, Marlon going in has done a really good job, helps us pick up a lot of points. I think having centre-backs available and fit is going to be a really important point for us going forward this season. I think it's been a big miss for us so far, and our defensive record hasn't been particularly good, so we need to make sure that we get up to scratch and get people back in as quickly as possible.
What does Shox's path look like now? He's been able to get sort of those minutes last night under the belt.
I think the next part is just to build up to half an hour, 45 minutes, and that might look like another sub-appearance, it might look like a start, but it's just making sure that he's right physically, making sure that he's comfortable coming into games with the injury record. That's the most important thing for Shox, is that we don't get him injured again. So it's just about being really balanced on all of that and making sure that we build him up slowly and we build him up to getting 90 minutes and then he's back in the fold.
Rob feeling better, I assume, after last night?
Yeah, Rob's back in today. He trained today. Still feeling some of the effects of yesterday, so we had to have a bit of a modified training session. But hopefully, with a couple more days until Saturday, he'll be back and he'll be available for selection.
Now on to Burnley. Only 9 conceded throughout this season. Obviously, one of those at the hands of Callum Lang for us back in September, I think. So, what's your plan on sort of trying to break them down at Fratton Park this weekend?
I think that Burnley have clearly got a brilliant defensive record. They've got a massive threat going the other way as well, so we have to make sure we're not too obsessed with how good they are defensively and actually use that really, just not get too focused on it. Not worry about what Burnley are doing, worry about what we're doing and try and make sure that we do break them down and try and be the side that does score that first goal against Burnley since before Christmas. And I think that's a really good goal, first of all, to go for, and then to try and actually get the 3 points is the next thing. So we've got to try and break it down, got to try and score. Massive challenge for the lads, but we did manage it back at Turf Moor in September, and I thought we were unlucky to lose the game. So coming back to Fratton Park, I know we're all going to be looking forward to it.
What improvements do you want to see from the Millwall game last night?
A couple really. I think we have to be a bit more clinical in those defensive moments where we can stop attacks or we can defend better than we've defended. There are 2 big moments in the game for Millwall. One of them cost us, ultimately cost us the game. So we have to make sure that in games like that we, at the very least, if we're not going to necessarily have our shooting boots on or our scoring boots on, we come away with a 0-0 draw, take the point and move on. So there's that as a starter, and then I think secondary to that we need to turn a few of those opportunities, a few of those attacks, that possession in the final third into a bit more chance creation and test the goalkeeper a bit more. That was probably the biggest disappointment, is that for all the possession, for all the dominance, we just didn't test the goalkeeper enough.
Obviously the end of an unbeaten run at Fratton Park. How important is it, for you to build on those positives that we've been able to build up there this season? When looking back, and how it's a run you want to start again now.
Yeah, we've got to get straight back on it. We've got a really good opportunity again at the weekend against a very good side, but we've got to get back on it. We've got to go, hell for leather again to try and secure as many points as we can. Saturday's the start of it, and I think certainly at Fratton Park we've been confident there for a long time. It was a blip the other night. We've got to make sure it's just a blip, and I think our home form is going to be very important between now and the end of the season.